Summer is here, and you know what that means. It is ice cream season. Ice cream is one of my favorite things in the world. You all know that I used to own an ice cream shop, so I'm recreating my favorite ice cream flavors and the best sellers from our shop at home, and I'm sharing those recipes with you. So today we're making a summer classic, and this is a flavor that is almost impossible to buy at a grocery store. It's very difficult to make at home, but no, I've got you covered. Today we're making key lime pie. This is a truly perfect ice cream flavor. It is tart, it is sweet, it is decadent, it is full of crispy graham crackers, lime zest, and that classic key lime flavor. This is what is so hard to replicate at home, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Now, making homemade ice cream is super easy. It does take some time. There's a lot of waiting in the middle, but I'm going to show you how to do it just in a flash. And my ice cream base can be used over and over to make so many different ice cream flavors, which I've shared with you over the years on my channel. I'll link all those below so you can kind of browse through and see what flavors suit your fancy and make away. So let's get started with some key lime pie. So to get started, I'm going to put 1 1/4 cups of half and half cream in a saucepan on the stovetop. And you want to turn the heat on super, super low. You want to bring this up till it is warm. You don't want it hot, you don't want it boiling. You just want to start to see a little bit of steam coming off of the half and half cream, and you might see some little bubbles around the edge of the pan. That's when you want to turn it off. So while this is heating up super slow, I'm going to go over to my stand mixer, and I have a regular bowl in the mixer with the flathead beater, and to this I'm going to add 2/3 of a cup of regular granulated sugar and 5 egg yolks. And I'm going to turn the beater on slow and just let it beat for about 1 minute. I want the sugar and the eggs to be fully combined. I'm not going to whip them. I don't want them to be fluffed up. I just want them to be combined. It just takes about 1 minute. Then when my eggs are ready and my half and half cream is warm, I can see the steam. I'm going to very, very, very slowly and gently pour my cream into the egg and sugar mixture as it is slowly churning. This is how I'm going to slowly cook and temper my eggs. If you dump your warm cream in there all at once, it is going to scramble your eggs, which is absolutely what you do not want. So let that mix together for about a minute, and then pour that mixture back into the saucepan that you just used on the stovetop, making sure to scrape out any of that leftover egg and sugar goodness at the bottom. I'm going to put this over a very low heat again, and this happens so fast. Don't walk away from this. You just want to bring this back up to a warm temperature. You're going to see the steam coming off the pan. You do not want it to boil. You don't want to get bubbles. As soon as you see steam, turn it off. I typically just kind of keep my spoon moving in there because I don't want to overcook this and mess up my ice cream. So to the side, I'm going to have a large mixing bowl and the rest of my ingredients because this is going to happen pretty quick. So once my mixture is warm, I'm going to add it into a very large mixing bowl. Make sure you scrape out anything that's left in the pan. If you did overheat your ice cream batter and you scalded a little bit, just leave that in the pan. Totally discard it. Then to your bowl, you're going to add just a pinch of regular table salt and 2 tablespoons of a really good vanilla extract. Now here's the secret: Blue Chair Key Lime Rum Cream. This is it, y'all. This is where the magic happens. You don't want to skip this one for sure. So in my opinion, homemade ice cream needs just a smidge of alcohol. It keeps it from freezing really hard. And really, I love to do Kahlua in most flavors, but not in key lime pie. The secret to this recipe is Blue Chair Key Lime Rum. First of all, this is an amazing rum. It is a cream-based rum and tastes like key lime. So we actually use this rum for key lime pie margaritas out at the pool. That's a whole nother story. And when I was developing this key lime pie ice cream, I thought, well, the rum is the perfect thing to keep my ice cream from freezing hard and give me a little bit more of that key lime flavor. You should be able to find the blue chair rums at any liquor store. There is a regular rum line and there is a cream line. The key lime flavor is a cream and it is so good. I could just drink this right out of the bottle over a little bit of ice. When I was filming this video for you all, this was the first time that I had made this recipe. So I was kind of back and forth, testing as I went to make sure that it was at the level that I wanted it to be. I added in 1¼ cups of heavy whipping cream, and I'm giving the bowl a stir between each new addition of an ingredient and kind of taste testing as I go. So key lime juice. So this is super important. Make sure that you're using key lime juice and not lime juice. There is a very big difference in the two. Lime juice is incredibly tart and key lime juice is sweet and tart. I find key lime juice in a bottle in my grocery store in the aisle with the lemon juice. In all, I added 4 tablespoons of key lime juice, and after every tablespoon, I mixed my mixture up really well and just did a little taste test. After I got the 4 ounces in there, I decided that I really needed 1 more ounce of rum. So when it was all said and done, the perfect combination for me is 3 tablespoons of rum, 4 tablespoons of key lime juice, and that is the tartness and the sweetness that I like it. Of course, you're making your ice cream. This is for you and your family. So taste it as you go and you can do more or do less, whatever suits you. So I wanted my key lime ice cream to actually look like key lime. So I used 1 regular lime and a microplane and just zested the lime right into the ice cream batter. Make sure that you only are zesting off the green, the outer part of the lime. You don't want to get into the white part because it gets very bitter. You can use as much or as little of this as you want. Honestly, it's just for looks. It does provide a little bit of taste, but I really wanted it for the visual effect. Cover your ice cream batter once you've stirred everything really well. Pop it in the refrigerator for a minimum of 4 hours. It must be super cold before you churn your ice cream. I like to put mine in the fridge and leave it there overnight and then churn my ice cream the next morning. So when I'm making ice cream at home, I'm using this attachment that goes with my KitchenAid stand mixer. This is available on Amazon, and right now, if you're watching this video in real time, this is on sale. So if you don't have yours yet, now's the time to grab it. So now that my ice cream batter is super cold, it was in there overnight, you can see how much it thickened up, which is fabulous. That key lime juice kind of made the ice cream thick and foamy, but that will settle down when we start to churn the ice cream. So I have found it easiest to pour the ice cream batter into a measuring cup, something with a spout on it, because I have way more control of what I'm doing. So I put my KitchenAid ice cream maker attachment on my stand mixer, drop the attachment right in. It is super easy, and this attachment stays in your freezer, so it is super cold when you start to use it. So you want to turn your attachment on a very low speed and slowly start to pour in your ice cream batter. Very important to make sure that the churner is on before you start to pour in the ice cream. If not, that ice cream is going to freeze as soon as it hits the inside of that bowl and you're going to have a real mess. So just turn it on a super low speed and pour your ice cream batter in there really slow. I always scrape the bottom of my bowl to make sure I'm getting every single little bit of that ice cream goodness, because I'm telling you, this is too good to waste. So once I have all of my ice cream in there, I'm going to do nothing. I am just going to let my stand mixer just churn away. I'm going to put it on setting number 2 and just let it go. Now it will take my ice cream about 12 minutes to fully churn. Your time may be a little bit different. It just depends on the temperature of your house and how cold your bowl and your batter were when you got started. But as it's churning, it will start to grow, and your ice cream will tell you exactly when it's ready. In the meantime, I am prepping. So after about 3 or 4 minutes, when my ice cream starts to thicken up just a little bit, I'm going to take some graham crackers, just crumple them up in my hand, and slowly, little bits at a time, put it into the ice cream. I want the graham cracker to actually churn inside the ice cream itself. We're going to layer some graham cracker in later, but I actually want it mixed in the ice cream, little bits at a time. If you put in big handfuls, it's going to lock up your stand mixer, and then you're going to have another problem. So just little teeny bits at a time, and you don't have to go crazy. Don't put too much, because we are going to put graham cracker in when we layer the ice cream in our tubs. So in all, I used 2 sleeves of graham cracker mixed into the ice cream. So you can see that my ice cream is starting to get thick. It is starting to grow. It is rising in volume, and when the ice cream itself is done, it will start to overtake the bowl. It will be thick, and you'll see it at the very top of your churner, just like this. That's when you know it's time to stop. So turn your mixer off, remove the bowl from the mixer, and you want to take a really heavy duty spoon. You got to get a spoon that has some oomph to it to dig out the ice cream, and we're going to layer it in our insulated tub. And something I highly recommend if you're making ice cream at home is to have an ice cream tub, a double insulated tub made just for ice cream. You don't want to put it in a regular dish or a glass bowl, because honestly, there's lots of reasons that can go bad. This is a double insulated ice cream tub, perfect for holding 1 recipe of ice cream. But I will tell you, because of all the goodies that are going in key lime pie, it does overflow 1 tub. So I actually have 2 of these. So what won't fit in 1 tub, fit in the other. So pull out the churner. Make sure that you use a silicone scraper. Honestly, that is the best way to get all this ice cream off. If you try to do it with just a regular spoon, you are going to be standing there for 10 minutes trying to get the ice cream off of the churner. A silicone scraper just pulls it right off. I think that's the easiest way. Now you want to take a spoon and put 3 or 4 heaping spoonfuls into your insulated tub, and we're going to layer ingredients all the way up. So I kind of do 3 layers with my ice cream. Once I get a good layer of ice cream in the bottom, I'm going to sprinkle in, again, just crush it by hand, more graham cracker. Crunch it up. I love big bits, little bits, crumbs, everything in the middle. I don't like my ice cream to be uniform, so that's why I do it by hand. I'm in control, and I can get varying sizes of graham cracker. Again, I used a whole 2 sleeves after the first layer of ice cream. But you can use as much or as little as you want here. Once you've got your graham cracker in, do another layer of ice cream. So you can see exactly how much graham cracker I have in there, because I love a crunch and something significant in the ice cream. If you don't like that much, you can absolutely back off. Now add another layer of your ice cream on top of that graham cracker, and we're going to repeat exactly what we did. So by the time this is all said and done, your tub should be ice cream, graham cracker, ice cream, graham cracker, ice cream, graham cracker, so that every single scoop you get, you have all of the goodies in your ice cream. The further down you get into your ice cream churner, the thicker the ice cream is going to be. So I have to use a spoon and a scraper to get it all out. And this specific recipe for key lime pie ice cream does make more ice cream than will fit in 1 tub. So I actually have 2 tubs, so I put the overflow in tub number 2, which was, hey, fine with me. Make sure not to overfill your tub, because you got to leave room to put the lid on. But once you get just enough ice cream in there, Cover the top with more graham cracker, however you would like, because this is the showstopper. When you take that lid off of the tub and you're ready to serve it, you want everybody to go, whoa, look how beautiful that ice cream is. So they're going to look in the tub, they're going to see specks of lime, they're going to see graham cracker. It is going to smell amazing, and everybody is going to be so excited to eat your key lime pie ice cream. So snap the lid on, put it in the freezer, and do your very best to not eat it within the next 4 hours. 4 to 5 hours in the freezer, honestly, is perfect consistency for me. It is thick, it is creamy, it is easily scoopable, and look at all of that goodness. Look at the tub. Look at the ice cream. Look at the beautiful scoops. You can see the flecks of lime in the ice cream. You can smell the key lime juice. You can see and just tell the crunch of that graham cracker. It looks so good. I could dive in right now. And when you look inside the tub, you see all of the goodies in every single bite. Now that is the perfect key lime pie ice cream. So what did I tell you? I know you are dying to try this ice cream. And let me tell you, when I made the key lime pie, we ate it all in 3 days. We could not stay out of this ice cream. Now I have a lot of flavors that I love, but key lime pie is at the very top of the list. My second favorite, I've already shared with you all, is lemon blueberry. And my third favorite, I think I made it just last week, is a chocolate ice cream with toffee and nuts and a caramel ribbon. That video is also on my channel. I'll have those videos pop up right here for you. So if you want to watch them now, go right ahead. Happy summer, happy ice cream, and I'll see you later.